Alright, Lost in the Sands. It's time! It's time to do Golden Slumber! Go to Aru Village and look for the merchant from Mondstadt! Hello? In Aru Village, there's a merchant from Mondstadt who needs help from adventurers. Excuse me, are you Boniface? 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 We're with the Adventurers Guild. Hello there, but looking at your attire, you aren't locals, are ya? I was under the impression that the Adventurers Guild would send local adventurers who might be better appraised for the situation. That said, I'm not from around here either. Making life here is tough for outsiders. My associate and I are both Mondstadters. We originally traveled to Sumeru City to trade in supplies and only came here at the request of a researcher from the academia. You came all the way from Mondstadt to the desert to do business? Of course, since he came somewhere as remote as this desert, you two must have been around this block too, I suppose. Of course! And we know your hometown pretty well too! Well now, then speaking of which, then you must also know what sets us Mondstadters apart from others. You drink like fish! Y'all are alcoholics! Y'all drink too much. Okay, freedom, I guess. The more... gross. American answer. That's right, when we Mondstadters value most of all is freedom. Why did he suddenly turn southern? I don't know why this happened. He's from Mondstadt, and not mid-western US for some reason. Right, what I mean to say that we Mondstadters value most is freedom. How's that saying go again? Go with the wind. Come on, it's actually let the wind lead. Yes, that's right, that's the one. When the north wind began to blow, some dandelion seeds were blown across the sea to Linzuma, while others were swept away to Lia. For me, I guess I was favored by the Anima Archon and didn't stop at Lia and got blown all the way to Sumeru. The climate and way of life here might tend to be far cry from that of Mondstadt, but I'm here, and I intend to make the best of things. So that's how it is. Still, could you tell us more about the commission you posted at the Adventurers Guild? Oh, well, I accepted that Academia Researcher's commission, didn't I? Tirzad? That's the researcher's name. He took 2 mercenaries with him to look for some ruins, probably for some archaeological research. I don't know much about academia stuff. In addition to proving them with some special supplies, my associate and I also rented a few sumpter beasts out to them. Notchkull, my associate, was worried that they struggled to steer sumpter beasts, so he decided to go with them. We originally arranged to use a Duskbird to send messages once in a while so that I could be informed of their progress or raise supplies to send to them as the situation required. And we did exchange messages this way at first, but I haven't heard a peep from them in the last 2 days. I'm in hopes there wasn't any sort of accident. That's what I've been worried about. And that's why I decided to post a commission with the Adventurers Guild. And, well, here you are. But the desert's very dangerous and you two seem so young. Are you sure you can handle a place like this desert? Are you underestimating us? You've left Mondstadt, so maybe you're out of the loop. But you should note that Traveler isn't an ordinary adventurer. He is an honorary knight from the Knights of Favonius. And we're reporting for duty. Bitch. Wait, then you must be the celebrated Traveler? Oh, then you have heard of us after all. That's right. This is the renowned Traveler, and Paimon is a famous Paimon. Goodness gracious, please excuse my rudeness. I never expected to meet a big hero in a place like this, and a little hero too. In that case, I have nothing more to say. I was worried that you may have some other important missions at hand, like saving a city or something, and don't have the time for a menial commission like this one. Please, dear God, help me. It's not like we're always doing over-the-top stuff like that. We take ordinary commissions too. Besides, we've already accepted your commission, haven't we? Well, that's great. Right, as for your payment, I'll definitely think of something. That researcher from the academia also has been quite generous. I can picture it now, just as they try to run into some trouble. Aether, a true hero, descends from the heavens to save them. That should secure you the double the payment, right? This deal's a sure bet. What do you think, Aether? We'll do it for the Mora. I'm in it for the money. I'm poor. If they're in danger, we have to help them. I guess it's not like I'm trying to rescue my sister or anything, you know, from the fucking abyss. Great, fantastic. There's hope for my Cyrus yet. Cyrus? Yes, Cyrus is the name of the sumpter beast I rented to them. That's so cute. His name's Cyrus. Ah, Cyrus, but isn't that... Does the actual Cyrus know about this? Well, it's fine. Just don't tell him. No one will know. Don't fucking tell him. I will sue you. Anyway, the researcher and the others left that village and headed west. The trails here are a bit hard to make out, but you should be able to find them by following the footprints. I'll leave the rest to you. Natsuko doesn't worry me so much, but I do hope Cyrus comes back safe and sound. I hope my child comes back safe. Understandable. Hey, there's a sumpter beast walking. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What you doing out here? All by your lonesome. The Cyrus? They couldn't have fallen down, could they? It looks like a really long way down. Maybe we should go down and have a look. Be careful. No, but... Oh! No! Oh, he's okay. Hey, buddy. You okay? Are you okay, buddy? Are you okay, buddy? Yes? Okay. That scared me so much. I thought it was gonna die. Oh, there's people down here. Hello. There are people down here, but are they the people that we're looking for? Hello, are you the person I'm looking for? He's dressed like an academia researcher, but why does he reek of booze? Think you can mess with me and scam me? Gabriel, you useless adult. How long have we been going? You know, only to get stuck. If it wasn't for these busted stone slate. Whoa, Paimon thinks he's fucking drunk. There's no way we can talk with him now. Let's go ask someone else. Could this be Nachiko, the associate that Boniface was telling us about? Oh, he doesn't seem well. Paimon thinks he's resting. Let's not disturb him. Okay, but we need to ask someone if they're, you know, part of the group, maybe? I just want to make some easy more so that I could start a business, but the job almost cost me my life. I hope you're not part of this. Hello! You look oddly more characteristic than the other ones. It's probably you. Hello, where? You guys also fall down here? There's no place for outsiders. If you will have way back, I suggest you take it as soon as possible. Looks like talking to us is the last thing he wants to do. Let's try someone else. I talked to all people. Who's the fourth person? Hello, ma'am? Miss ma'am? Hello? Oh, are you the newly fallen? What do you mean newly fallen? Oh, do you have a way out? Uh-huh. We accepted Boniface's commission to come out and look for Tears' archaeological team. Boniface? That merchant from Mondstadt? I know him. So, you want to find an archaeological team, huh? Let me think. Oh, isn't that us? I'm Jeht, Tearson. Sort of hired me. Said that he hadn't gotten any word from you guys in a while, and he was worried that something might have happened to you. So he asked us to come down and check things out. I'm really worried about Cyrus, you know. Who's Cyrus? Do we have someone on our team named Cyrus? Are all Mondstadters so paranoid? What do you mean by a while? It's only been a day. If it weren't for that bad fall and the heat stroke that Nachiko had, we'd also been trying to find a way out. So, this pit is... That's right. This desert's an incredible place. One minute you're looking at solid ground, the next you'd step directly into a trap. And, as you can see, we're trapped here now. Did you guys just get here, or do you have another way out? Still, we've searched all over this place, and there doesn't seem to be any way back to the surface. We have a wind glider. A wind glider. I heard Notchkul talk about them before. They sound pretty great. To be honest, I would love to give flying a try too. Wait a minute. Now that I think about it, your little friend here doesn't seem to even need a wind glider to fly. Can you teach me, little friend? How can I be as footloose and free as you? I mean, as floaty.
Paimon's nobody's little friend, even if Boniface know Paimon is famous. And Aether's here's just as famous as Paimon.
Aw, Paimon's sticking up for us? Cute. Alright, my renowned little friend Paimon. Can you teach me? What do I have to do to float freely through the air like you?
Paimon doesn't really have an answer for you there.
Aether? If you practice hard enough, maybe a miracle will happen. Everyone has their own special talents, no need to force it. If you practice hard enough, maybe a miracle will happen sounds more funny.
You can't just wake up one morning to find yourself floating.
I see, so you must have hired Paimon to teach you how to fly, didn't you? But since you're still using a wind glider, I suppose you haven't trained hard enough, huh? Once you train enough, I'm sure you'll be able to fly freely without needing a wind glider. You seem like a really good teacher, Paimon. Can I hire you to teach me too? Hey, Aether, how much more will I need to hire Paimon?
Wow, you've got a wild imagination, huh? We don't have that sort of relationship.
Huh? But isn't it just like how Tearzard hired my father and me? And Notchkul too? Surely I can also hire you as long as I have the mora to spend. If Paimon is willing, listen, if Paimon wants to make that commission money, understandable. She can do what she wants, okay?
How could you say that? Of course Paimon would never leave your side.
Oh, that's a shame then. By the way, have you guys seen Tearzard and my father?
We have, but...
You explained the situation with the others to Jeht. I see. As before, Notchkul must have been having a tough time. That with the bad fall he took, plus the heat stroke. As for my father, well, he's got a nasty temper. Don't take it personally. And as for Tearzard, he's basically been throwing a tantrum since things stopped going smoothly.
That said, grouchy kids usually don't get that drunk.
You're not wrong, Paimon. Sometimes father will have a few glasses as well, but I've never seen him get drunk before. How about this? We can go back together and I'll explain everything to my father. You guys don't want to stay here too long, do you? Father, I'm back. Oh, is Notchkul doing better? Right. Paimon, Aether told me all about what happened. How can you just ignore people, Father? Really? When is that temperament of yours ever going to change? Jeht explains the situation to the three of them.
That means we've completed Boniface's commission, right? After all, he asked us to confirm the safety of archaeology team as well as that of the Sumter Bees.
Boniface? What happened? Boniface and Notchkul are colluding to blackmail me. That despicable monster came all the way to Super just to extort me, I swear. Is he still drunk? Mr. Tearzard, was not the price already agreed upon after our discretion? You even confirmed it yourself, so why are you telling a different story now? I usually have my handful full of research matters, and I've never dealt with business people such as you before. How was I supposed to know the rules around pricing? If Jeht hadn't told me that you highballed me, I'd still be foolish enough to think that I scored a great deal. Well, I'm really sorry, Notchkul. Father had told me after the fact that I shouldn't have shared that with Tearzard. Oof.
Why is Paimon getting the feeling that Jeht managed to offend all three people by saying that?
That's it. I am laying you all up. There's a limit on how much bullying I can take. It's not fair, Tearzard. Notchkul and Boniface are in the wrong here, but Father and I didn't do anything wrong. Besides, didn't we only get stuck in this place because you insisted on coming here? Then you started throwing tantrums after that fall and drank even though you clearly can't hold your liquor. Might have the body of an adult, but you keep acting like a little baby. You...
Jeht, that's enough! Tearzard looks like he might faint from rage! Now isn't the time to fight! What we should be doing is putting our heads together so we can get ourselves out of this mess!
someone's talking sense. So that crook Bonafaz commissioned you to come look for me and your famous adventures, you say? Well, I'd like to hire you to get me out of this Archon-forsaken place. At this rate, forget my research. Even my very life will be cut short. Since you're famous adventurers, surely you're more reliable than they are.
Is this the double payment Bonafaz mentioned? What should we do?
Now's not the time for bickering. Let's just focus on getting out of here first.
You're right. Finding a way out together is what's most important right now. Any other complaints can be addressed once we're somewhere safe.
That's right, see, Tearzod. If you could think as sensibly as Paimon, we wouldn't have gotten ourselves stuck in this situation.
Jeht!
I just explored a little bit up ahead and found what could be ruins. Maybe there's an exit leading to the surface in there. Desert ruins don't constitute a safe place. I'm not going anywhere with such an unreliable person.
You're a researcher, aren't you? Shouldn't you be thrilled to have ruins to investigate?
I'm an indorsology researcher. I should be working indoors and poring over documents, unlike some adventurers who get stark raving bananas. I've never heard that term being used. Unlike some adventurers who go stark raving bananas when they see a pile of old ruins. Oh, you. Don't waste your breath on him, Jeht. Just let him stay here if he wants to. But father... He's our employer, so he has the right to decide what he does and doesn't want to do. We have to do our jobs. Ah! There he goes! We'll come back after father and I find a safe path. If he doesn't want to come with us, then he can just wait here.
Jeht, what do we do?
Can't just wait here.
You're right. Let's go find a way out of here.
Are you going to ditch me? The payment for the commission is negotiable, so don't leave me here with this crook from Mondstadt. I've kept quiet until now, but Bonafaz and I are not crooks. What shady businessman would offer such a comprehensive after-sales care? Think about it, Mr. Tearzod. We could have simply received our payment and left it at that, but instead, we let ourselves end up in the same boat as you. Yes, that makes sense, but I'm not staying here either way. I feel more comfortable in the company of experienced adventurers.
But you're still rip-roaring drunk! Why don't you stay here and sleep it off first?
I am not drunk. I am fine. I'm coming with you guys. Don't leave me behind.
Then we should get going. You should be able to catch up with Jeht and the others.
I'll wait here for now. I doubt the road up ahead will be suitable for the sumpter beasts. Good luck!
We're here! Paimon decided to come exploring with us.
Oh wait,
Tearzod decided to come exploring with us. I'm Paimon. I forget my own name. I'm not speaking in third person.
What now? You mean that researcher actually changed his mind? Ugh. He knows the pros and cons, so naturally he came along. Alright, well, you'll get the chance to show off your skills soon enough. How should we enter the interior of the ruins? This is a researcher's specialty, right? This should be a piece of cake for you, right, Tearzod? Of course, I might be an indorsology researcher, but something as basic as this can't be too difficult from what's written in the books. Watch this! Take this and this. Oh no, you're gonna press a button and suddenly it'll open. Wow. There, that should do it. Oh. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw that texture, but it's the same texture as the one that was like underground. Like that blue texture on the door. It's the same one that we saw with during Yelan's quest, I think. When we had to go underground in the chasm. So I'm kind of curious if they're just reusing assets or if this is like important.
Whoa, the door really opened.
Well, that's Mr. Tearzod for you. That's what sets us professionals apart from the amateurs.
Paimon wonders what it's like inside. Let's go in and take a look. Paimon never expected to find a place like this under the sand.
I had no idea there'd be a place as big as this inside either. It looks... I can't read. Hey, Terzard, you're a researcher who specializes in this sort of thing, right? Could you tell us more? Well, I can't really say. Huh? Why's that? Rigor is the key to academic research. We only just got here. I don't want to jump at any conclusions. Oh, that sounds very researcherly thing to say. I'm a legitimate researcher. I'll have you know that I research permit in the academia. What did you say to me, you little shit? Hello. Right, we're activating. We're going in. Surprise attacks are a dirty trick, but you don't want to mess with me either.
Scatter!
Oh, yeah. Hello. We get party members, hell yeah.
Zuta! Yield! Propagate!
Make my escape.
Let's fucking go. I thought I killed it, never mind. I only dug up the chest, it's fine.
Scatter!
Where's the electro thing? That's my job. I'll show any jerk that... What happens when they underestimate me? Since the threat's been eliminated, let's keep moving. Speaking of which, Father and I used to live in the desert, but he left the desert with me before I said this. So this is actually my first time going deep into the desert. I thought it would just be foreign sand everywhere. I didn't expect it to be so full of surprises. Actually, this is my first time this deep in the desert as well. Ha! No wonder you struggle so much on this trip. Look at everyone here is a desert rookie. Hey, Father, can you tell us life in the desert? Think of it as some kind of experience. You seem pretty used to be dodging these devices. Huh, they're pretty easy picking for us. I was mainly talking about Aether, actually. Since you can fly, you can avoid much danger. So you are Aether's floating teacher, right?
Our perseverance is paid off.
Please, I'm begging you, Hoyo, let me read the dialogue. I'm begging you, let me read the dialogue. We've been walking around for a while without making any progress, so why don't we take a little rest? Are you kidding? It's hardly been any time at all and you're already thinking of resting? I said it before, didn't I? I'm an indoorsology researcher. I could never come out in the middle of nowhere like this. Wait a minute, Paimon's confused. Wasn't the archaeology mission your idea? Jeht, Gabriel, and Nachko only came because you hired them, right? Yes, that's correct. Ah, so it was your idea? Then why have you been dragging your feet this entire time? We didn't know the truth. Paimon would think Gabriel must have kidnapped you to make some legendary treasure in the ruins or something. You're funny, Paimon. My father may be a grump, but he'd never do something like that. Don't get mad at Paimon. Paimon's only telling it like it is. Hey, no bullying Paimon. Only we can bully Paimon. I'm sorry. My father really isn't a bad guy, believe me. Then why is Terzard so unmotivated? It's because I don't care for this topic at all. If it wasn't for this accursed sewed slate. I'm always told to be original in my research and find material that no one has ever worked on before. What's the value or meaning of research and everyone's just following the same herd or reproducing each other's work? Or so I've been told. But what am I compared to such a long-standing academic tradition and all my seniors in research? I'm no academic genius, so what can I think of that others can't? There's no academic gaps left these days that I can identify and fill. Paimon doesn't really get academic stuff either, but since this is your job, you should kind of take it more seriously. I do! I give it my all! Why else would I have spent so much more to come for this godforsaken place? It's funny, but this Scarlet Sand Slate was actually the research project of a relative of mine. She was originally a young researcher with limitless purpose, but one day she left the family behind and eloped with some wild boy from who knows where. I heard that they fled to the desert back in those days. Unfortunately, I was a kid then and only saw her a few times. I can't even remember what she looked like. All the more reason to buck up. Since you're researching the same thing, there's a chance for a reunion, isn't there? Fate is an unpredictable thing, after all. Even if we did meet again, and even if we really recognize each other, how can I even face her? The way am I now? I'm no different from a stray dog, living off the scraps thrown away by others. Since I'm incapable of constructing any new theories, all I could do was take my chances in a field and see if I could dig up any new materials to base my paper on. Though when it comes to King Jeht, the academic community has long since concluded that he was just another self-destructive tyrant. Speaking of which, she must have left this stone slate behind when she left back because even she knew this lousy thing had no research value. Ha! And yet I took it to be a treasure. This silly stone slate. I must have been out of my mind to think I was really able to stumble upon something.
But still, Paimon thinks you shouldn't lose heart. Because, we often make surprising discoveries while exploring ruins like these. Right, Aether?
There'll be treasure chests for sure, and it's always good to see everything with your own eyes.
That's right. Paimon might not really get super difficult research, but there's so much stuff in the big ruins like these. If you take a good look around, there's gotta be something you can write about, right?
None of you have ever done serious academic research. How do you possibly understand me or the difficulties of being a researcher? Stop talking like a child. The academia might control the path to academic publication. They don't have a monopoly on knowledge itself. This is all you know about King Jeht, and you should have abandoned academia from the very beginning, because it's clear you won't get any results.
Father...
You're just a paid mercenary. What do you have to comment on my ideas? So far, you seem to have very little in the way of the professional credentials as a researcher. That much you've already admitted yourself. Me? You... Jeht gets so worked up that the blood rushes to his head, causing him to faint.
Uh-oh, what happened? Will he be okay?
We should keep a closer eye on him after this and not let him drink anymore. He must not have completely sobered up yet when Father made him so mad that all the blood rushed to his head. That was weird, though. Why'd you get so mad at him? We can't stop just because he keeps dragging his feet.
Huh? We can't leave him here either!
I'll stay behind to keep him safe. Meanwhile, you and Jeht go look for an exit.
Well... what should we do now, Aether?
Time's a-wasting.
You're right. Let's keep exploring then.
He's just dead on the floor, bitch. He's gone. Goodbye, sir. Leave Jeht to my father, and you'll have nothing to worry about. I'll come with you guys. Oh, not me stepping on his head. He looks like he's in a lot of pain. We probably shouldn't wake him up. Why is this Jeht speaking, though? It should be me speaking. But okay. Let's get a move on. Enough dawdling. There's a patch of sunlight here. Just climb up, y'all.
How familiar!
Oh, he's talking to me?
Whoa, it's moving!
Huh? Looks like the one we just knocked down. Still, it doesn't look like it's gonna attack us. On second thought, it can float in the air just like Paimon.
Does that make them distant relatives? Paimon would sooner be related to a pigeon!
I think this thing is gonna become our new friend. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know yet.
This thing's making weird noises again! Where's that sound coming from anyway? Is it really not going to turn on us out of the blue? Aether, don't let your guard down!
Can you try talking to it, Paimon? Look, you two are about the same size, so you should be able to talk to each other. Right?
How is Paimon supposed to talk to it? Oh, you're messing with Paimon on purpose, aren't you? Beep, boop, beep.
It looks like some sort of device.
Should we pick up and try to use it? You scared Paimon!
It doesn't seem like it wants to do that. Can you understand it, Jeht? I can't understand the meaning, but I can't get the feeling.
What a weird thing!
Oh? I think it's a lot like you, Paimon. You both look really cute.
Paimon told you we're nothing alike!
Well, yeah, you're round and cute, Paimon, and it seems a little Okay, but it's still very cute.
Paimon totally doesn't understand your standards for cute.
I think Paimon's cute too.
Now isn't the time for this!
The way I see it, Paimon doesn't get it, but Aether does. I don't know why it's here, what it's used for, but maybe Tearsod will understand if we can get him to take a look at it. You. What should I call you anyhow? Paimon floats, but you're a little lower off the ground, so I'll call you Ben Ben. You like this name too? That's great.
How do those two even communicate?
Jeht's cool, but she's a strange one.
To be honest, Paimon kind of admires her in a way. We're definitely not shit-talking her in front of her face.
Ben Ben, it must be boring hanging around here all by yourself. Why don't you come with us? Needless to say, Aether's pretty great too. As for Paimon, she can act a little superior, but she's a good kid who thinks about her companions. You'll definitely come to like her in a time.
Paimon doesn't act super anything. Anyway, Paimon's not gonna fly lower to anyone. Otherwise, Paimon will breathe in a whole load of sand.
Come, look for my father with us. He may look mean, but actually, well, he's actually is kind of mean. But that's how he is with outsiders. He's nice once you get to know him. And even though Tearsod's a useless researcher, he might not actually be a bad guy. Right, and you might actually be able to save his research, Ben Ben! Well, want to come with us, Ben Ben? That's great! It said yes! Really? Are you guys talking to each other? Don't worry, Paimon. Ben Ben and I already are joined at the hip. Right, Ben Ben? Well, let's go to where my father is. Maybe Tearsod's already woken up.
Provided he doesn't open his eyes only to say Gabriel and get so mad that he passes out again.
You never know. Oh, he's awake. Oh, bitch. Hello. Are you less upset with us now? Are you okay? You're right? How are you feeling? Bitch. Father, I brought a new friend back. Look, this is a friend we just met. His name's Ben Ben. Oh, Tearsod's awake. Looks like things are going well with father. I don't know how you came to that ridiculous conclusion, but let's not discuss that for now. What I'm most concerned about now is that... What is that thing? Didn't I just introduce you? Oops, I skipped the dialogue. This doesn't seem like something that could be classified as a friend. Could it? Doesn't it look a little like the same thing that just attacked us? You don't have a lot of friends, do you, Tearsod? No, I don't. What does that have to do with this? You're just way too uptight. You need an open mind. You'll be swimming in friends in no time. Isn't that right, Ben Ben? Not her schooling on him. He's like, you got no friends. You don't touch grass. You need to step outside. Make some friends. And you're too lax.
So you don't know what Ben Ben is either, huh?
It must be related to the guards down here. I don't know exactly how to operate it, though. This unique model doesn't attack outsiders and can even communicate to a certain extent. I don't remember reading anything about this. Tearsod. What is it? Isn't that amazing news? This is the material that no one has worked on before. Ah. Wait a minute, could it be? No, it's too early to celebrate just yet. Maybe I was too narrow-minded, just happened to not see any relevant prior research on it. Maybe someone's already published 10 treatises and thoroughly studied Ben Ben genealogy.
Why does this guy always jump to the worst conclusions?
Wait a minute, something doesn't seem right about it. What is it, Ben Ben? Are you...
Oh! Ben Ben seems to be reacting to Tearsod's stone slate.
Tearsod, pick up the stone slate and walk towards Ben Ben. I hired you! Don't tell me what to do! Whoa! Oh, hello? That's a big-ass slate! Where are you keeping that? Oh, Ben Ben, you're amazing, Ben Ben! Oh, he's doing little flippy flips. That's so cute.
Paimon doesn't completely understand what it's saying, but it seems happy.
A small portion of the slate lit up. What does it mean? Do you have any idea, Tearzad?
It's not hard to say. Only a portion was lit up. Besides, I told you all before.
Rigor is the key to academic research, and you don't want to jump to conclusions, right?
Oh, yes, that's true.
Looks like we'll just have to find a way to light up the rest of the stone slate. Right, Ben? Hold on. I have a serious request to make of you, Aether. This has nothing to do with Jabriel or Jeht, so I kindly ask that you give us some space. Huh? You want to reveal some kind of secret? Come on. I want to hear too. Jeht, mind your business. But Father, we're all companions here. Doesn't it make it our business? Fine, I'll give you all the space you want. Let's go, Ben. Here's out. What the fuck do you want?
What's the matter? Why are you getting so serious all of a sudden? Can you help me take care of this stone slate? Isn't it really important?
It is, and that's why I want you to take care of it. And to be honest, seeing it light up like that makes me feel uneasy. I don't trust myself if something were to happen. Besides, that weird thing also seems to have some sort of response to it. That weird thing? You mean Ben? Wouldn't it be better to give the stone slate to Jeht to look after? No, I mean, absolutely the fuck not. How do I put this? Alright, I don't trust Jabriel. I feel like he has an ulterior motive. Since Jet's his daughter, they're obviously going to be in the same camp.
Jabriel might be a man of few words, but Paimon thinks he's very reliable. Could you be overthinking this, Tearzad?
Jeht said it before. He's from the desert. Can you really trust the desert people? I sooner believe that Bonifaz didn't fraud me. You're just racist, is what you're saying.
What do you think, Aether?
My backpack's pretty big. The stone slate isn't heavy either. What backpack, Aether? Where's your backpack, sir?
It can fit carrots and cabbages, so one more little stone slate shouldn't be a problem, right?
Thank you. You're the only ones I can rely on this vast sea of sand. You receive the scarlet sand slate, and Tearzad entrusted to you.
Fine, we'll take care of it for you for the time being.
You're a huge help. This is so shady. He's just racist. The activated Scarlet Stone Slate possesses a special clearance that will allow you to control various devices within the ruins of King Deshret left behind. As you venture further, the Scarlet Sand Slate will progressively display key locations throughout the ruins. Follow the Slate's guidance and use special clearance to unlock these devices, and you may yet reach places that none before you ever have. You fucking racist bastard, what do you want? Hey, are you done whispering to each other yet? Tearzad's ready to set off now. We should find an exit as soon as possible.
I don't need you to speak for me.
That's it. I'm indeed ready to set off whatever.
Great, it's been a productive day, and I've got a feeling that we'll find a way out in no time.
Benben and I will go on ahead. Everyone else can follow us.
Jeht and Benben sure have hit it off. That's good, right?
Feel a breeze. The exit must be close by. Keep looking. We'll be out of here in no time.
Woohoo! We can finally leave! Although, it's certain to be nothing but sand for miles around here.
At least we'll be able to see the sky.
That's true.
Where did you guys get all this energy from? First is exploring, then is fighting? Let's slow down a little. You and Father are the same age, aren't you, Tearzad? How many times have we stopped to rest so far? The mind of a child, the body of an old man. I love this little robot thing. It's so cute. I told you, I'm an indoor... I'm the employer, so just listen to me. Everyone rest with Tearzad for a while. I need him to shut up. I need Tearzad to shut up.
Oh, if it isn't Nachko.
There you are. With the door on the outside suddenly opened, I knew you found an exit. Indoorsologist? You mean shut-in who lives under a rock? He needs to go touch some grass is what it's saying, okay?
Wow, that was pretty brave of you. What if it wasn't a shortcut at all, but a trap?
You've got a point.
You mean that didn't even occur to you? You dumb bitch!
That's everything worked out fine in the end. We've reunited, haven't we? That's enough. By the way, we've got a new member here? That's great. Free Mondstatter for you.
But it's better to be cautious at times like this.
But isn't it great that we don't have to double back to rendezvous? Now we can exit together. Follow the wind and find your way out, but don't let your guard down. Okay, got it.
Is this the exit? I can feel a little breeze coming from this way.
That's gotta be it if you're asking me. Let's get over there. Amber's going. We're going out. Are we gonna touch grass today? I want to touch some grass. We've been inside. I've been touching too much sand. It's everywhere. It's in my shoes. It's in my leggings. It's too much. I don't care about these hilichurls. I want to touch some grass. Oh no, we're still touching sand.
Ah, open sky and familiar dust.
Opening a chest is
It's getting late.
Oh, it's getting late. There should be an oasis nearby. Let's head up for camp. And then I didn't read the rest of it. Let me read the rest of it.
I never thought there'd be such a place in the desert.
I'm on the golden satin.
Quite safe around here, right? I can finally relax.
Can Benben get wet? Shouldn't be a problem, right? Anyway, let's just keep it away from water. While Tearsart is resting, the rest set up a campsite.
He had a rather concerning look on his face. He should go to that vantage point that allows him to... Let Paimon speak.
Y'all gotta say. Okay. Jeht. Father seems a little... maybe he's recalled his past life in the desert. He tell us some stories of his past at night. Hey? Omid's still here. I have not talked to Omid, really. Sir, my good sir, are you okay? You need someone to talk to? You know, it's very important to, you know, if you're having issues with your daily life, it's very important to talk to someone, you know? We can help. Are you good, sir? Need some water? Some food? The hell is that? Is that a tombstone?
It isn't anything important.
What gravestone is this? Who knows? Maybe it belonged to a nameless researcher who once tried their luck like Tearsart, but didn't roll high like he did. King Desheret's secret rarely revealed themselves to mortals. Tearsart gave you the stone slate, right?
How did you know?
Keep it safe. Is it important? Can't be unaware of its value, surely. Well, its value to whom? Because you're not telling me. Our employer, of course. After all, he's depending on it to write his paper. Anyway, let's head back. We should keep Jeht and the others waiting for too long. So, Aether, I heard from Notchgull that you beat up Storm Terror and were made an honorary knight for that achievement? Pardon me, but while you were quite skilled, are you really that powerful?
Of course! Aether's a hero from Mondstadt!
You tell them about your adventures in Mondstadt. That's amazing. Well, books have only been my companions since I can remember, and I've never had the chance to travel far. Actually, this is my first time traveling far away from home. And you decided to be a huge bitch when you stepped outside? Like, who has been dealing with you at home? Because clearly you can't take care of yourself, right? Tearsart, an indoor zoology researcher? Wow, that sounds so lame. I don't want to admit it, but my life has been bland if compared to all of yours. Just like this desert, it's practically impossible for those who lack strength to find a single unoccupied oasis. You're so unhappy, then why not do something else? How about being a traveling merchant like Notchgull? Or do something you're good at, like me and Father. It's not all bad at all, is it? It's not that easy. I come from a family of academics, so I've been receiving training like this since I was a child. Like how farmer's son learns to farm or a blacksmith's son learns how to strike iron. Well, I'm not doing great. I can't compare to the talented and established researchers of my family. But as things stand, I'm afraid I can't do something else. I guess I drank a little too much earlier. Why am I even telling you all this? Laugh if you want to. I think you're being too stubborn. There's always a choice in life. I mean, just look at Bonifaz and I. We weren't born as traveling merchants, and no one from our families has ever been to Sumeru. We're still here with the northern wind at our backs. We regret our choice at all. Seeing the boundless world unfold before our eyes fills us with a sense of freedom. Yeah, I too. I think that you're taking a little too seriously, Tearzad. Like, right, the relative you mentioned earlier, didn't she just give up her family's rules, traditions, and everything else to live the life she wanted to? Maybe she's somewhere in this very desert, just like us, bathing while the milky white rays of moon waving the dry night back at the great day she just had. If only I had an iota of her courage. I never knew making decisions would be this difficult, because I've never given them any thought. I think I've lived the life I want to for as long as I can remember. That's really... Making choices is never easy. That's so? Choosing one means giving up on the rest. Wait, is this like saying that there's 10 tasty dishes in front of Paimon, and that choosing one will make the other 9 vanish? Oh no! If there's only 10 Paimons to choose one each! The branches on the tree. Well, they come from the same roots. Their endless division makes it so that some may not touch decades or even centuries. When the entire tree withers and its trunk decays, will all those separated branches finally meet in the... Speaking of which, why don't you choose to leave the desert, Father? You rarely mention your past, so I see this very differently from Tearzad. I don't have family traditions, and I don't even remember my mother's face. I only have you, and you only have me. Large tree and no branches that tie us together. Might have left the desert long ago. It might be my first time seeing it for myself, but I have this feeling that we're like grains of sand here in the desert. No family, no objective, but we are pretty free. Desert only holds the past. It has no future. If what lies beneath the sand and wind can be described as the truth, then I can say that perhaps it is something that will bring joy to everyone. I gave up on the path of seclusion. Not because it's a mistaken path, but because I found a better path. Jeht. Hope you'll be able to take that bright path. I really don't understand you. If the path of sand isn't what you desire, then why accept Tearzad's commission? Don't tell me it's because you wanted to take a look at your past. You can't forget about the desert and how hot the wind sets sweet. The big thing is that I have no memories of the desert, but coming here makes me feel like I returned home all the same. I love the sand, just like how I love Paimon and Ben. The place with hope too, I'm sure of it. Isn't finding Ben proof of that? It'll be a new day tomorrow. The ruins ahead are still waiting to be explored. Keep your chin up, Tearzad. No matter what others say, I think you're a brave person. You've taken that first step and left the comforts of your home. Now, just as you've already done, and take the second step, then a third. I'm sure you'll get that place where no one has been, and find that special research material of yours. Huh. Even you can occasionally say some nice things, huh, Jeht? Ha! I'm just speaking my mind. After all, I'm as free as the sand. But even the freest sand should rest on an oasis. It's getting late, so let's get some rest. I'll be on lookout tonight. I'll sleep well with you on lookout, Father. Hear Gabriel softly, casually singing a peaceful tune. It's an old local song. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Oh, nightingales weary from the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses. Cleanse yourself with the wine made from grapes. Sleep. Close your eyes. Dawn golden slumber summons thee. Drink not that bitter salt water, for sorrows of tomorrow have... Oh, come on! Why are you being so negative again? Well, the two of you are adventurers. Let's talk about you instead, Jeht. How can a young girl like you endure sleeping on the sand while dressed like that? I can't figure out for the life of me. Tearzad, you're such a pampered guy. Tell me, will even a bean placed under 10 mattresses disturb your sleep? Of course not. And anyway, why would anyone want to sleep on 10 mattresses? I don't know. Perhaps it might be a hobby of the wealthy. You know? But you should have expected that you'd have to camp outside. What else can we do anyway? Go back the way we came? Of course not. The materials we gathered yesterday aren't enough to write anything good. Forget submitting it to the academia. Just reading it at Square would get me ridiculed. Looks like you got some spirit, huh? Of course! This huge ruin is right before me. It must be the Kamenu Temple. As a researcher, I must go in and have a look, right? And is this, Ben? Right, Ben. What a strange thing. I mean, such an extraordinary thing must have been closely linked to King Deshert's civilization. If that's true, I can't turn a blind eye to it. Going back the way we came would be worse than putting a bean underneath my mattress. You might as well have me sleep on top of 100 Ben-Bens. I'd never sleep again. 100 Ben-Bens? That really would hurt. Anyway, before I collect enough material for my paper, I mean, until I figure everything out, I shall not leave. I've paid all of you very well too, so if you encounter danger, I'm counting on you to earn that pay. Hey, come on, are we already companions on this journey? Of course we'll protect you in the face of danger. My father and I are professionals.
Yeah, Aether's amazing too. You have nothing to worry about.
Knows what the future holds. Better to be safe than sorry. Merchants can rest in the oasis while we're away. Gladly. Discussed our contingency plan. Might bury some of our supplies before we leave. Worst case scenario, the merchants may be forced to leave. This way, we still have some supplies to come back even if that happens.
Is that really necessary?
Underestimate the sand and you'll pay with your life. Since it's father, he's definitely had his reasons. Well, it's always a good idea to prepare for every possibility. You do as Jabriel says and carefully bury some supplies. To do, right? Let's set out then. Slow down, my hangover isn't... Tearzad, you better hurry up or someone else might publish a paper about this before you. Don't say things like that.
Aether, you ready? Let's go too.
What do you have to say about all this, sir? Only had a glass of dandelion wine right now. Place to be the oasis. Oh, speaking of dandelion, that's also the name of one of our sumpter bees. We named it so because its fur is more fluffy than the others that shed so much fur. But I don't think it really likes its name. It shakes fur all over Bonifaz whenever he calls it dandelion. Could it be that it's just not fond of names from Mondstadt? Would it prefer a name from Sumeru? Something like Tearzad? Ew, please don't name him after Tearzad. Thank you. I thought it would be smooth sailing this time, but we still have to figure out a way to get the door open. Isn't that good news? At least it means no one's ahead of me. Even if they may have chosen the same subject, I got here first. The Academia's researchers aren't alone in coveting King Deshert's relics. What do you mean coveting? I'm doing legitimate research approved by the Academia. Don't you dare compare me to the treasure hoarders. A way through the door.
Oh, Aether, do you remember how Ben sometimes made the stone slate light up? Let's have a look at it. We might even discover a clue.
What's Tearzad's stone slate doing with Aether? Well, Aether's here is an expert adventurer with much more ruined mechanisms than Tearzad. Giving him this important item will help us make the best use of it. Yeah, that's it. That was my intention exactly. You're sure not covering up your tracks very well, Tearzad. Is that how it is? Fine, you do have a point. So, Aether, have you figured anything out? Nothing so far.
Well, Aether does know nothing about research.
It's never too late to learn. Even someone as knowledgeable as me can't figure anything out. I suppose I really must continue improving myself. If I spend 10 years working hard at the Academia, 10 years of hard work won't do anything for a layman. Just forget it.
But you'll never know if you don't give a try.
Hey, Benben's acting a little strange. Maybe Benben can't open the door? Oh, he Newman. He out of here. He going. He's going. Goodbye. Beep. Beep boop. Beep boop beep boop beep 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 beep. Okay, he didn't say that many beeps, but it's fine.
Whoa, it's actually opening up.
didn't expect Ben to be able to do that. I think Ben's saying that it's more capable of more than that. Oh. Oh, I thought he was trying to activate something. It's okay.
Paimon gets the feeling that Ben is much more useful than the stone slate. Or maybe we should ask this instead. Will the stone slate really be of any use?
Of course it will. It has to. I might lose my mind if it's less used than Ben. Be patient. It's too early to make any judgments yet.
Huh?
Well, you're right, Gabriel. A short-sighted researcher is bound to amount to nothing. Patience is a virtue.
But neither Paimon nor Aether are researchers!
Need patience nonetheless.
Well, that is true.
Enough. It doesn't matter who did it, okay? All that matters is that the door is open, right? Now that the door's open, you're eager to go inside, aren't you, Ben? All right, here's our archaeological team. Let's go. Let's advance with caution. Oh, I know. We should be fine if we stay close to Aether, right?
Come on, Aether, let's get moving.
I actually don't want to talk to you. Can I talk to the other two people? I'd rather not. Gabriel, what do you think is in those ruins? Ask Tearsod. He's a professional here. I'm just a brute. All I know about King Jeht are old stories that no one wishes. Oh. Ben seems to know this place well, and for some reason the doors seem to hold a special place in his heart. Maybe it's a bizarrely shaped key. Ben has 3 corners, and so do the doors here. But if that's true, then which door is its pair? Beep. Aww. Who's your pairing, buddy? Oh, it will give me the same dialogue. Damn. Still hasn't been anything worth writing about. Could Ben come if I try to take him back with me? I think you're a bitch, and I don't think he would want to come with you. Right. It was just the clues on the stone slate that led me here. How could I stray so far off my plan? Ben's been milling around the door, but there's nothing happening this time. It seemed to have been talking to the other doors earlier. Stop that nonsense. Doors can't speak. But something like Ben shouldn't have been able to speak either, right?
That's true. Paimon's unknowingly accepted that Ben can speak as well. But can beeping
really be considered speaking? As long as communication is achieved, it doesn't matter if the language is used as something we're familiar with. For example, animals have their own languages, and sand has its own language too.
But if we don't understand it, Paimon's curious. Paimon wants to know what Ben's saying.
Just ask Ben if you're curious. Ben, what were you talking to the door about? Beep, beep, boop. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I see.
Whoa, Jeht, you understood it?
Of course not. Just as I mentioned before, I can sense some of its emotions. But once you can understand Ben's emotions, trying to guess what Ben's saying isn't that difficult.
Well, to be honest, Paimon didn't sense or understand anything. Aether, did you?
A little bit.
Wait, really?
Well, no one's been here time. I mean, yeah, of course. Been here, but they weren't able to open this door.
Yeah, even Ben can't open it.
The door's protecting something very important. So much time has passed that it has almost forgotten how it used to open. People used to come here long ago, and they were passed this way many times a day. I mean, it's such a huge door after all. People used to walk here, huh? Oh, it must have been a mischievous cat that no one could catch, which is why so many people pass through here. Wait a minute, did the door tell Ben all of that? Of course not. They're just guesses I made based on Ben's emotions. Something you wouldn't fucking understand. I almost believe you. If I had unknowingly included it in my paper, wouldn't everyone laugh at me once I publish it?
make it up to me for when this happens.
Tearsod, that would be your own mistake. As a researcher, you should be able to distinguish the authenticity of the materials you collect. You dumb bitch.
Ugh. That was close. Paimon almost believed her too.
Thank goodness we don't have any papers to write. We have a long journey ahead. Let's stop wasting time and get moving.
Right, this place is huge and filled with doors. If we do this in front of every door, who knows how long it'll take us for us to finish.
That'd just be perfect. You aren't fond of camping outside, but this place has walls, a ceiling, and even the research materials you want. Isn't that better for you?
Eshret's civilization fell due to tyranny. This place is probably his mausoleum. I'd rather spend 2 weeks in the desert than spending a single night here.
Tearsod, do you and King Jeht have... Jeht. Oh, right. Natsuko and the others are still waiting for us at the oasis. Let's continue exploring.
I'm exhausted. Moreover, besides Ben, we haven't made any other discoveries, and that makes my exhaustion all the worse for it. This place is huge, and we seem so much on the way here.
Paimon's sure there's a lot to write about, right? Even Paimon doesn't really know much about these things.
Neither of you are a researcher, so of course you don't understand. What we've witnessed this whole time can only be considered as proof for existing research. Except for Ben. How do I explain this to a non-researcher? Y'all kind of mid. Y'all don't know. I'm so five-headed, like y'all don't understand this information. Y'all are just plebs that don't understand the intricacies of being a researcher. You know, you guys don't get it. You guys just don't get it. Let me put it like this, you know, for the dumbasses in the room. I want my paper to get approved by the Academia's review. It's like love. What's this got to do with love? Let me explain. Has anyone ever loved you in your entire life? A paper must stand out to pass a review. Just imagine that you're pursuing your ideal partner. If you're no different than the other candidates, then how will you capture their heart?
This analogy sounds like a stretch. This seems like bullshit.
The way Tearsod thinks is really strange. In my opinion, a couple just has to consider each other suitable. There's no need to compete with others. We're still talking about academic reviews, aren't we? I shouldn't have made that example. Just forget what I said. Guess this is where our little chat ends. It'll be more efficient if we split up and look for clues. An archaeological expedition with no hope in sight? There's about efficiency. That stone slate has lit up once. We'll definitely find a way to make it light up completely. We just have to not give up. But how can you guarantee that? Wait, so you really do know something, don't you? What I do know is that there may be hope if we continue forward. But we'll leave empty-handed if we turn back now. Well, that's true. Tearsod, stop worrying about this and that. Neurology research, just like you, has finally gotten this opportunity to enter some ruins. So just treat it as a chance to view some of your seniors' research subjects for yourself. You're right. I should be more professional, but even if we're going to split up, I want Aether to stay close to me. Okay, I want to explore freely too, you know? Then we'll explore freely together. Oh my god, you know what Tearsod reminds me of? He reminds me of Birdly from Deltarune. Maybe it's just the voice that I'm giving him, but Tearsod is giving me Birdly vibes. Not gonna lie. Deltarune Chapter 1 Birdly, less so Chapter 2. There's no danger here, and while you might be a researcher, you're terrible at puzzles. You'll just be a burden to Aether. Exploring the ruins has never been my forte, but if I'm giving enough time and pen and paper, then such problems will be no problem at all. All right. Anyway, just help me if you're in danger or something. One of us will get there in time. Probably. What if none of you do? It's as impossible as breaking open 10-pack eggs in a row for breakfast. I think you need some lessons in mathematics, Jeht. I can introduce a teacher when... Try
Try to unlock the rooms located deep within. I love how Sino did that slow walk. Okay, Mr. Dramatic Sir. Ben seems to have a lot to share with the doors. If only my father and I could do the same. Damn, she got daddy problems. Okay. Understand. It's okay. Men were not taught, in society to express their feelings. Have to make sure, just be gentle with them. Expressing your feelings is valid. Hello, Jabriel. What do you got to say, buddy? Have you found any clues? I haven't made any progress over here just yet. It's okay. You're doing fine, buddy. You're doing better than this fucker. That's strange. What's the ship doing here? Might make sense because this is an ocean of sand. I've been hanging out with Sino too much. Perhaps a river used to flow through here, but it dried up? Or perhaps the boat was not made to be used by the living? I'll have to head back and do some research on the geographical changes here to confirm my theory. Great, as expected of my assistant. No mechanism or puzzle shall ever be your match. No need to exaggerate. Aether's impressive, but you should help out too, Tearzon. You're being a useless piece of shit. Speaking of which, didn't you complain about being exhausted and not discovering anything so far? How are you this motivated now? It's because my researcher's intuition tells me that we're about to make a breakthrough. Researcher's intuition? It's like an adventurer's instinct, right? Oh, Paimon gets it. It's the ability to predict that there will be an ambush at the corner or a trap behind a door, right? You better be careful, Aether. Father, let's prepare for battle as well. What are all of you talking about? The researcher's intuition is based on a vast knowledge and careful observation. It's akin to a flash of genius. But what you said does make sense. My consideration is lacking in that aspect. Well, if there's danger, I'll be counting on all of you to do the jobs I hired you for then. Mural. Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Is this a mural? Whoa. Hey, Tearzon! You right, buddy? Me? Of course I am. I'm terrific. I've never felt better. Since Paimon and Aether aren't from around here, it's understandable that you wouldn't recognize its worth. As for Jabriel and Jeht, I guess there's a knowledge issue. It's just a skill issue, I guess. No, it's something you should have knowledge about. Paimon, let me test you for a moment. What can you discern from this mural? There's many people, and there's something like a sun and an eye. I guess Paimon has no talent for this. Why did you even ask if you already knew that, huh? What about you, Aether? What do you see in this mural? It's a very symmetrical painting. Insignificant subjects and the Great King. Exactly. That's exactly what this symbolizes. The sun and the eye symbolize King Deshret. Beneath him are the 7 pillars, call them, that hold up King Deshret's pyramid. As for his subjects, they're insignificant. They dare not express any complaint. They're forced to submit. But even so, they couldn't escape destruction. Is that really the case? Come on now, how can I be wrong? The theme of this mural fully confirms the depictions of King Deshret in everything I've ever read. Oh, so you're just adding... So you're just doing research by already getting the conclusion and then trying to add facts that only fit your conclusion? Doesn't sound like a good research paper. A terrifying king who used to be an absolute and supreme authority to keep all of his subjects beneath him. But this mural feels so peaceful. Everything feels so orderly, and everyone has their own place and duty. That good. What kind of crooked interpretation is that? Jeht, you can make up stories about Ben talking to doors, but deciphering murals in the history of King Deshret's civilization is my area of expertise. But now I won't hear any buts. Everything I've said has been proven by prior research, and this mural will be part of Bahumana 2. Of course, I'll be the one to write it. Jeht isn't entirely correct, but you know very little about the sand. You've said more than a few words all this time, and you're standing up for your daughter now? I may not be a match for you in a battle of strength, but I have Aether by my side. Actually, I think you're a huge dick. Anyway, Aether, you'll take my side, won't you? No. That's not appropriate. We're all traveling together. No, we're all companions on this expedition. Even if our opinions differ, we shouldn't fight over it, right? What? Together? I started this expedition and I paid for it. All of you are employed by me. Moreover, I'm the one with the formal academic training. A layman has no right to speak on academic issues. One who draws from others can hardly call himself an independent researcher. Oh, then let's hear your unique insights. This destroyed kingdom was once strong and beautiful. It may be difficult to believe, but all of this was built in the desert. And you only see the obedience revealed on the surface, but fail to notice the direction of these people's hopes. It was their hope which tied the people of the sand to King Jeht. They thought this world would help them overcome the calamity. We know the outcome of that. Even delusion should have its limits. Are you trying to overturn all prior research? I don't think there's sufficient evidence for any of this nonsense. Well, what a coincidence. I, too, do not think that the opinion of a struggling researcher who came out here of desperation holds any weight. Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Gabriel! Okay! I never knew you had such a sharp tongue. Father, arguing won't change a thing. No. Let him speak. Let him speak. I want to see where this is going. Let him speak. Shut up, Aether. Exactly. Paimon can't figure out what you're arguing about, but if it's the academic, we're always room for discussion, right? So put your differences aside for now. You can't convince each other anyway. Oh yeah, he's not going to take any of that. So let's continue our investigation. Perhaps we'll discover more clues and then we'll see who's right and who's wrong. All right? Ugh, this is infuriating. I shouldn't have discussed academics with a layman. Oh. Did he pass out? Oh, never mind. What's going on? Whatever, it isn't my fault. Path looks like it leads upwards. I don't see any traps. I might wonder where it leads, but staying here won't change anything either, so let's continue, shall we? I'm sorry. Gabriel! Hello, my good sir. Okay. I see. We stand Gabriel in this house. Say what you need to say, sir. All right. I'm here for it. Oh, these ruins are magnificent. Oh, that's a big pyramid. That's a really big pyramid, actually. Those aren't ordinary ruins. If the records are correct, they should be where King Jeht's mausoleum. That's where the tyrant's buried. Should we go forward then? All questions have an answer, and all answers slumber here. I will do this even if all I achieve is showing some ignorant mercenaries the error of their ways. Aether, let's head over carefully. Paimon feels even smaller now that we've gotten closer. Paimon feels as insignificant as a grain of sand. That was also one of King Jeht's means of ruling, building huge spectacles to instill the idea that his subjects are small and insignificant, thus achieving the objective of domesticating them. The act of using huge amounts of manpower to build such a spectacle in the desert is a testament to King Jeht's tyranny. I think tears up a bit. I can't stand him, honestly. He's so annoying. Whoa, so Benben can even open a door this huge?
It's difficult to say. Maybe it just opened on its own. It might have nothing to do with Ben Ben. Why is he being so stubborn? Explain to me how this thing, Ben Ben, opened the door. What logic is behind that? Paimon doesn't know either.
Ben Ben, what is it? Do you want to go inside? Is there something you're familiar with in there? Grain of sand is insignificant, but an ocean of them possess immeasurable strength. Researcher of blind faith. You really have the courage to set foot into the sands? It's always the stupid, the natives were such savage tyrants, blah, blah, blah. Can you believe people believe in such primitive thing? Blah, blah, blah. Sir, the academia don't even, y'all study ancient technology. Exactly. Y'all can't even learn about Cartada. Like, y'all can't learn about mechs because it was banned. But okay. But sure, the academia knows all things. Okay.
We're already here, so of course we must go inside.
Still, my researcher's intuition's telling me that danger's ahead, incomparable to the other dangers we faced so far. I doubt I can trust either of you desert dwellers, so Aether, I'm counting on you to keep me safe. I would rather fucking not. I'd rather go with Jeht and Jabriel because, you know, they got names and you don't have to be fucking racist and calling them desert dwellers, okay?
It's just some differences of opinion. It isn't that serious, is it? You don't get it at all. A collision of views in academics is no different from a battle. This guy's really getting more annoying by the minute.
So are all of you done? Look, it's not easy to hold Ben Ben back. Sorry.
So Ben Ben really wants to go inside, huh? Let's stop delaying then. So fast? Why are we going so fucking fast? Why'd they let Ben Ben off, but not us?
Oh, thank goodness. Ben Ben's all right. Seriously, stop rushing off so quickly. What if you got into trouble?
Huh. Should that be called an injury or a malfunction?
What does it matter? There aren't any doctors or technicians here anyway.
We do have a bunch of angry adults, though.
You're absolutely right about that. I'm not angry. This place is full of evidence. It won't take long to prove I'm right. I mean, look at this huge coffin. How do we even get this thing open? So y'all grave robbing now. Y'all grave robbing.
I can't figure out if he's brave or cowardly.
What are those?
Huge statues are there. Don't they look like guards? They're so intimidating. Tearsard, Paimon thinks it's best if we don't touch anything here.
They're just rocks. We have nothing to fear from rocks. Aha! Look, there may be a mechanism around here somewhere. Let me take a look. Split up and search for clues. Y'all ain't gonna comment about the amount of money in here? Look at the Mora. Actually, I don't think that's Mora. I think they had their own... They had their own currency. Interesting. So not everyone used Mora. I'll take that Mora, though. What do y'all gotta say? Father feels so unfamiliar right now. What's going on? Ben Ben, do you know why? It's a pity that Ufaria will never get to see this.
Ufaria? Paimon's never heard him mention that name.
Possibly the wife? Possibly the wife? So that doesn't look like a corpse. What's that? Oh, Aether, as impressive as always. I'll definitely credit you if I'm able to publish my paper successfully. Ahem. Although what we're about to do is disrespectful, it's all done for academic progress. I promise it's not for selfish gain. Huh? What? There's
nothing in here.
How is this possible? But these diagrams... Wait a minute. Let me think. I get it now. This has to be an illusion. Of course, King Jeht knew that inquisitive researchers like me would come with the desire to get to the bottom of things and uncover all of his secrets. So of course he wouldn't let others get to them that easily. Thus he built his huge mausoleum and prepared so many doors and rooms. Even went so far as to prepare illusions like this to mislead us. The important things we should place in, such as a conspicuous plot. Moreover, this place is too low. Way too low. The real treasure is definitely higher up. It must be in a place closer to the sky. What other nonsense? Oh, well, let's hear what you think then. I may not be able to say what exactly it's for, but I know for sure that what you say is untrue. Does someone like you even have the right to say that I only draw from the work of others? You don't even have the intelligence to use the work of others. Indeed. I'm still convinced that you know too little about these sands.
Stop going on about the sands. What you see is the truth. Just you wait. I'll find solid proof that you can't refute.
Let's go upward.
Aether, let's find a way up. Paimon's worried that Tearzad will get himself into trouble if this goes on.
Oh. What?
It's some kind of elevator. Well, that's convenient. We'll be able to go up this way. Oh my god, it's like a Deus Ex Machina. Who knows?
Theoretically, this should be where King Jeht's organs are stored. How did you get that from looking at this? But just like before, nothing physical is stored here.
What do you mean?
Oh, I have a theory, but I need more evidence to prove it. Mother, what do you think? I'm sure you know something, right? Even if you didn't tell me or anyone else, you know? Talking about your feelings, that's kind of great. Stone slate is the key, but it cannot open all doors. Even the key must first receive acknowledgement. Oh. Ben's link to this place is obvious, but what do you mean the stone slate must receive acknowledgement? That's just absurd. Ben, who do you think is correct? Now that I've calmed down a little, I can understand why Jabriel's challenging my views. You said that he was once from the desert. Perhaps some experiences, maybe even verbal, have been treated as knowledge. Not that they are true knowledge, of course, naturally. There's no academic records of such things. His superstitions are understandable considering the society he lived in. But Jeht, do you really think that that Ben's words are worth believing? These are, after all, words that came out of nowhere instead of like an actual academic researcher, you know? But Ben has helped a lot in our trip. As for you, Tearzad, you've been nothing but talk. I doubt your speeches, high-flown though sound, are entirely correct. I get the feeling that my father knows more, and if that would just tell us everything he knows. Repeating something wrong 1,000 times won't make it right. Aether, Paimon, you are adventurers with vast amounts of knowledge and experiences, and unlike that father-daughter pair, you have no link to this place, so who do you think is right? Maybe not the racist.
Whoa, you can't just spring this onto us!
Ben's fucking right, okay? No one here can really understand Ben.
Even if you asked us, we wouldn't be able to answer a question like that. Instead of worrying about different opinions, why don't we focus our attention on a real problem? Oh, right, didn't the stone slate light up earlier? But there are still so many blank spots on it. So you think we'll find the clues about the stone slate here? Why don't we take a look at the stone slate, Aether?
Oh, hello? Unlock? Hello? Dawn upon the knowledge. Oh, there's 4 locations. God damn it. There's 3 more locations besides this. I'm in pain.
Oh, it's shining. It looks like it opened up a new passageway, too.
So it really is a key.
But if you look closely, there are still empty patches. Here's can you tell us about the symbols on it now?
Oh, I'll have the answers once they're all lit up. Too early now. I can't jump to conclusions. You know, that does make sense. If the people of the past were fond of using inverted sentences, we may come up to a completely opposite conclusion if we don't have all the information.
No. Paimon kinda doubts that would happen.
Ahem. Since the passageway to the next place has shown itself, we have no other choice to push forward.
Will things really go that smoothly? Paimon keeps having the feeling that something is leading us forward.
Going back the way we came is also an option.
How can we turn our back at this point?
My masterpiece just needs some final touches. Just that tiny piece of decisive proof. I expect all of you to stay until the end.
But you really can't call a decisive piece of evidence tiny? Paimon may not know whether Jabri or Tirzad's correct. We'll definitely get an answer if we continue, right? Aether, let's be more careful from now on.
Oh, there he goes. Goodbye. There they walking. They walking. Not the exploration knowledge.
Aether! Hey, Aether!
What the fuck happened? I wanted to sleep. This is the golden slumber, right? I thought I was taking a nap.
Oh, thank goodness, you're finally awake! Paimon doesn't know what happened either. We were here when Paimon woke up. Maybe it was a trap? Anyway, let's go look for the others.
Oh, hello? Why did this pop up? Here's how we literally need clearance to go anywhere. Are you not paying attention? No, clearly he's not. Wasn't King Jeht like the king of a high-tech place that was due to knowledge and stuff? Honestly, yeah. He has more academic clearance than Tirzad ever will and could imagine. Some of the devices in King Jeht's ruins will allow you to increase the clearance level of the Scarlet Sand slate. The higher the clearance the slate possesses, the more devices it can control, which will allow you to enter areas you were not able to enter before.
Patterns on the device match the symbol that just appeared on the stone slate, so that means we can... What the fuck?
Oh my god.
There, the Fatui! Jeht and the others are there too! Come on, we gotta help!
Why are there just Fatui? This seems like Chasm 2.0 and I don't like it. Okay, but why are the Fatui here? You're finally here, my savior. I woke up to find myself in this place and my whole body felt like it was falling apart. It wasn't even the end of it. I went to great lengths to finally get Jeht and her father, but the Fatui attacked again. Whoa! That sucks for you, bro! Paimon, Aether, did you see Ben on the way? Ben-Ben's gone. I searched all around the area to no avail.
Did we, Aether?
No, we did not. Then Ben must be up ahead. It's the only one left alone now, so we must find it soon. There's no need to be so anxious. The way I see it, it's probably only gotten lost because it likes running off by itself so much. Ben has helped us so much. It's part of our group. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be so cruel as to abandon a companion. I must find Ben. Capabilities are undeniable, Tirzad. I'm sure you're aware of that. Even you, Jabriel. Fine, you win. Let's find Ben first, but I'm leaving if we encounter Fatui again.
Speaking of which, what are the Fatui doing here? Is this some kind of archaeological hotspot?
That's impossible. I wouldn't have chosen this place if it was such a hot research topic.
True, after all, you said yourself that you aren't a very great researcher. You probably wouldn't even stand a chance against those elites.
Hey, it's called avoiding battles where victory isn't guaranteed. Either way, this place may be more troublesome than we expected. Let's advance more carefully. Why is there more Fatui?
Aren't they afraid of the heat just like that in the desert? Tayu needs to be alive. If only they run into airmen to start fighting each other.
Oh, this is exactly like the chasm, and I don't like it.
Can't be. There's no sign of Ben here either. We have to go even further?
Ben, we've got to find it soon.
Wait a minute. These Fatui are in cahoots with the Eremites?
Maybe we should head back.
No way. Ben could be right ahead and waiting for us. Well, you can stay here by yourself.
You don't even think about leaving your employer behind. That room's... I wonder if it was a trap. Why did it send us here? It's common practice to attempt to expel trespassing outsiders. If you want technical details, you'll have to wait until I return and ask some Koshwar expert. But I wonder if King Deshret was like a tyrant, as you say, why wasn't that a lethal mechanism instead? You're just lucky we haven't encountered one yet, and I hope that we never do. Look, we can continue our exploration on this path. I don't want to give up when we finally found some clues about the stone slate. Shh. Guys, they're unfriendly. I have to find a way around them to proceed onward.
It's the Fatui and the Eremites again. You know, Aether, Paimon's been thinking, did they kidnap Ben?
We've got to rescue it. Jeht, calm down. You kidding? I'm just an ordinary researcher. I'm come here to solve academic problems, not fight.
But we wouldn't have been able to get this far without Ben. And Dearzad, you'll never be able to solve the academic problems with yours without Ben either.
Right. We've got to rescue it, even if it's just for the sake of completing our expedition. You're not afraid of them, right, Aether?
Don't worry. Aether's an expert at dealing with the Fatui, but we should still be careful.
Oh.
My fault for being so lazy.
We eviscerated Sayu! Oh, she is dead before the fight even starts. Listen, don't put a cutscene when I need to fly. Ha, I was wondering when you'd get here, my dear J-Real. Huh? And here you are, just as I expected. Even without an invitation from me. Oh, how long has it been since we last spoke face to face? Even my fingers on both hands aren't enough to count the years. What about you? Do you remember Jabriel?
Whoa, this guy seems really strange, but how does he know Jabriel?
How cold is our reunion after so many years apart? Not worth a glass of wine and a toast? All right there, Kaya. No, I don't hold it fast against you. Either that or I'm not Samuel, the straight shooter. There's still a place for you in Thutmose. Just say the word and everything can go back to how it was. Indeed, we can even go claim the debt that Babel owes us. I knew it! I knew Jabriel wasn't a good person. He's actually old friends with someone like this. Nonsense! Father may have kept some things from me, but I believe he had his reasons. Ha! That really hurts, Jeht. How do you know my name? How could I not? Why, Jabriel, you've got such a cold heart. It's like father, like daughter, I see. Ah, dear Jeht, you may have forgotten me, but luckily, I still remember it very well. I held you in my arms when you were just a little baby, with the moonlight on one side and the bonfire on the other, just like your parents. How come? It seems like Jabriel didn't tell you anything at all, huh? Come on, that can't be. Jabriel, couldn't you even tell your own daughter the truth? Oh well, I suppose I shouldn't have been too shocked. After all, we did call you the treacherous Grit. As I listened to my subordinates report to me about the responsive of foreign merchants in the oasis, I started to wonder who gave them such wisdom. You only instructed them without explaining anything at all. But even I can never have imagined that little Jeht's place in your heart is no different than those foreign merchants, mere strangers to you. You don't even dare tell her about your past. Why? You afraid she'll hear about your history of betrayal and look down on you? Well, to be honest, I'm quite relieved to see that you're still the same lippy fellow I remember. Now, I have nothing to worry about if I beat you to the point where you'll leave your own accord. So you're afraid. You're afraid that this ghost of your past will seek you out for the debt you owe? But of course, I have the right. The secrets of Alhamar belong to Thutmose, yet you took the key and betrayed us. You betrayed all of us, grains of sand. Just look at yourself. You're with children and cowards. Ha! There's the ferocity you once had. Has it flown away like the sand flows out from between the fingers? Enough. Hand Ben over. Ben? Oh, the mechanical creation. Hey, did you hear that? Jabriel actually calls this thing Ben. Unfortunately, these Snezhnayans aren't our own acquaintances, or this would be much more amusing. Over Ben, or else. Or else what, Jabriel? Is this even necessary? Ultimatum after ultimatum. Have you finally changed your mind? Do you plan to finally sit down and catch up with me? Oh, right. Do you remember what happened to Varia? You haven't forgotten, right? It's fine. Even if you've forgotten, I can help you refresh your memories again and again. What the heck is this guy saying? We do have another way to communicate, don't we? Come on, Jeht. Why don't you and that kid over there lend him a hand? After all, Jabriel's much weaker than he used to be. Aether, that guy Smile looks strong, but we have to give him a good thrashing so we can get Ben back. Yeah, I can kick his ass. I thought he wasn't dead. Oh, there he goes. Ben, are you alright? Seems fine, but a little sad. Hey, Jabriel, you better tell us the truth right this instant, or we'll have to go our separate ways. Smile is clearly some manner of a villain, but he was being so friendly with you, even with Jeht, so are you part of the same group? I knew it all along. You agreed to be my commission without even asking for the details. It's because you had a plan, right? But it would Smile to trick a simple and ignorant researcher like me to uncover the secrets here for you. And even use your own daughter to gain my trust for the sake of that goal, didn't you? You, Jeht, that naivety and ignorance of yours was just a facade that Jabriel made you put on, wasn't it? What an actress you were indeed. Dear you're a bitch. Paimon thinks that Jeht really was in the dark about this, but as for Jabriel... Paimon, you two, Aether, wake up. It's my kindness and gullibility that make me fall for their lies. Don't follow in my footsteps. What are you talking about? I'm no actress. And you, Father, this isn't a time for secrets. I too want to know the truth. Won't make excuses for my betrayal, nor do I think that I made the wrong choice. Oh, Paimon still remembers Samael calling Jabriel something like that. Treacherous grit. Yes, there's nothing to hide here. I was once one of the sand people, Thutmose. No matter what, it was in the past. Now... Anyway, Samaelism is a madame through and through. He will stop at nothing to achieve his objectives. Oh, madman. Why did I read that as madame?
That was obvious enough.
My wife, Jet's mother, killed by him. Oh, that's what happened. That why you never mentioned her? Mother was a researcher too. If it wasn't for me, she would have had a brighter future. At least she wouldn't have lost her life at such a young age. Tearsad. What? I don't believe a word you said. That's reasonable. It was I who concealed my motives, so I brought this upon myself. At least you got some self-awareness. No matter what, I'll protect you until this commission's over. No way! It's obvious that Samael has a bone to pick with you. If you stay with me, I don't want to be targeted by someone like that. Tearsad, you're being stupid again. That's just an old grudge between them. His current priority is definitely King Deshret's treasures. Why would he have taken Ben otherwise? So he's come for you even if my father wasn't here. After all, you have the key to solving everything. I do? Hey, where's the stone slate? Good thing I gave it to Aether for safekeeping. I knew it wasn't something safe. Hey! Not just the stone slate, but your intelligence too. The knowledge you possess as a researcher is something he covets. I don't want to be targeted in a place like this. It'll be fine with Jabril here. I trust him, you know. Father won't lose to that guy, and you have me too. I won't let Samuel harm anyone again. There's no time to lose. The longer we delay, the more time he'll have to prepare. Like a viper crawling through the shadows, and his blades are like viper fangs. We cannot show any weakness to him, otherwise it'll lead to fatal consequences. Hope you keep your word. Well, as far as Paimon's concerned, Paimon thinks that staying united is even more important now that we've finally gotten Ben back. Look, they're still a long way ahead, right? But it's strange. What is Samael doing here? What they want should be up there, right? I'm sure he has a plan. Otherwise, we miss some clues around here. Oh, then we absolutely can't allow our differences to delay our expedition. Let's go! Aether and Paimon will take the front. All of you, keep up! Hold on. Have I just been... just... Am I wrong? But I didn't release it. I think my game glitched. I think that's why I can't continue.
And that is unfortunately where that VOD ends. Hi, this is Editor Eve, if you couldn't tell already. I don't know where the rest of the VOD is, and due to a data wipe that happened sometime within this year of 2024, I don't think I'll ever get to recover that missing piece of information. So, enjoy me currently dubbing over the rest of this quest. God, I fucking hate voicing Tearzad.
This should be the last place. Aether, let's take a look at the stone slate. If things go the same way as before, there may be clues about the stone slate here. It lit up as expected, and there's a map? Tearzad, these symbols on the stone slate should be your area of expertise, right? So isn't it time to give us an explanation? Yes, these inscriptions are most likely texts of praise. Someone in an exalted position like King Deshret would naturally be fond of things like these. Look, all these wonders are an attempt at whitewashing his rule. Whitewashing, you say? But Paimon remembers you saying something different earlier, and that's not the definition of whitewashing, dumbass.
Rule by force, you said?
Exactly! You spoke of submission and terror before, and you sure sounded convinced then, too. What do you mean? These are conclusions I came to after careful analysis and reasoning. Just look at it. What else would it be if not attempt at whitewashing? It's very common for rulers to sugarcoat all their deeds. Since this entire ruin's made by King Deshret, is it not that hard to imagine that this is his purpose, right? Reflecting on your own shortcomings in your work. Well, we researchers do that. Though they mostly write a few hypocritical lines and acknowledgements of a paper and then call it a day. And you know what? They're just pretending to be modest. Why would an academic really believe that they're incompetent anyway? I'm definitely not incompetent, I swear to God. Traveler, somehow Paimon gets the feeling that he's hurting himself with his own words there. I must admit that Jabril's analysis did give me some inspirations. But an outstanding researcher should be able to accept the opinions of others when they're correct. Needless obstinacy will make it impossible to make an academic break. Don't you think so too? You've said everything that could be said from either side. Is there even anything left for us to say?
And here we see the researcher's ability to twist facts in its natural habitat.
It's nothing of the sort. This is the deepening of understanding. Your inability to realize that shows that you still have a long way to go.
Speaking of ways, is the place marked on the map our next destination?
Yes, I think it's where all treasures meet and all secrets end. Of course, it'll be the end of our grand adventure, too, and the penultimate chapter of my masterpiece. While I really wish to obtain all the answers at this instant, my body is exhausted.
Notchkul and the others are still at the oasis. Oh, right! Some male subordinates reported to him about the merchants. Do you think they were attacked?
Oh no, I almost forgot about that.
I told them what to do if something like that happened, so they should be fine.
Whoa, that's a first. Paimon's never heard Jabriel sound so uncertain. Let's get to Nauticul's group as soon as we can then. It'd be bad if they're in hot water that they can't get themselves out of. Are those Eremites? Are they Samael's flunkies? Come on, we gotta go rescue Nautical and the others!
I'm just so happy that you're all right too. They really came at us. Luckily, Jabriel gave us some instructions beforehand, so they didn't make things too difficult for us. If Bonifaz had Jabriel's wisdom, then perhaps our business would be doing much better than it currently is.
You think too highly of him then. Wisdom? He's one of them. I'll bet it's experience talking. Father wouldn't do something like that.
There's no need to argue with him, Jeht. It's my fault.
I don't care what happened in the past. As far as I'm concerned, you have nothing to do with Samuel now. And that's enough for me.
What's going on? I thought a night in the oasis might bring all of you closer together. Why are you at each other's throats again?
It's a long story.
You tell Notchkul everything. I see, but I don't have the right to comment on it.
Oh? What's that?
Well, that's because Tirzad is the one who's paying me. No matter who I'll support, I'll be in a difficult spot. If I support Jabriel, Tirzad will probably scream at me to get lost. But if I support Tirzad, then I'll be without Jabriel in this world of sand and bandits. Traveler, what'd you do in a situation like this? I think Jabriel has changed his ways.
Paimon doesn't think Jabriel's a bad guy either. Anyway, that guy Samael has a weird way of speaking. It's best not to believe everything he says.
Jabriel is his enemy.
Yeah, so they're definitely not on the same side.
I believe that the most important thing right now is to get Tirzad to trust Jabriel.
What? You're a merchant. You should know the value of trust. Even in the world of academics, researchers who engage in misconduct will be stripped of their research qualifications. Just ask yourself, would you trade with someone who cheated you in the past?
Oh, about that, I would decide based on the circumstances. I dare not speak for others, but Bonifaz and I have much more flexible moral standards. After weighing the risks and benefits, we usually choose to take the risk. We wouldn't have accepted your commission otherwise.
Ugh, you guys!
I think I said this before, but you sure are stubborn. Forget about Samael a moment and ask yourself a question. Has Jabriel ever done anything to harm you?
No, I don't think so.
Then, hasn't he proven himself through his actions?
You know, when you caused all that commotion after getting drunk, it was Jabriel who stayed and took care of you, Tirzad.
This isn't the time for fighting amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we haven't found the place marked on the map yet. Jabriel is definitely the person in our group who knows the most about the desert. It'll be difficult for our expedition to proceed without him leading the way.
Fine, I'll do it for you. I know I can trust you two, Paimon the Traveler. I'll trust you again.
All right, the Tirzad archaeological team is back together again.
We still have time. We should travel to the next oasis and rest there in preparation for the next leg of this expedition. I'm willing to explain, to repay you for your trust.
but the journey is our current priority. There's still a lot to discuss, but let's set up camp first.
Now that our bellies are full, what other excuse do you have? Let's hear them. And what did you slip to Nautical earlier? You better not be thinking of using the merchants to send messages to the enemy.
Tearzad, you're being too hostile. No one's going to talk if you act like that. It was just a note on some trivial matters. It's with the luggage that you won't be able to take with you. You can have it once you return safely.
He can be hostile all he wants. I'm angry too. Forget Tearzad. Even I've never heard about my father's past. I refuse to believe he's an evil person, but it's his secretiveness that caused all of this. None of this would have happened if he told everything from the beginning. Ugh. No, I don't even know where to start.
Maybe we should start with his relationship with Samael?
Exactly. I can't sleep in peace without getting to the bottom of that.
All of you heard Samael, yes? Well, he was telling the truth. Just like him, I was a member of the Eremite band named Thutmose. However, I betrayed him and Thutmose both.
Did you do it because of Mother?
No, that's not it. I thought I never had to mention this to anyone ever again. In the end, it was all my fault. There were ill feelings between me and Samael, but I only regarded myself as an insignificant grain of sand. I did as Thutmose needed of me. Euphoria was a capable researcher, and the Thutmose coveted her wisdom. They hoped to use her knowledge to solve the puzzle Al-Almar left behind. So I invited her to the desert and explored many ruins with her. Our years spent exploring together did bear some fruit, but it wasn't enough for Thutmose.
And was Jeht included in those results?
Come on, Tearzad. Some things are best left unsaid.
I'm making a reasonable inference here.
As I said, there were ill feelings between Samael and me. After Jeht was born, I kept asking myself if I could still wholeheartedly carry out the missions Thutmose gave me, as I'd been doing in the past. Could I still tolerate what Samael was doing? In the end, Euphoria and I decided to use hitting a bottleneck in her research as an excuse to take Jeht away from the desert and away from Thutmose. But Samael saw through my weakness.
It can't be!
A researcher that can't unlock the secrets of Al-Almar is worthless to Thutmose. He even thought that I would have no reason to leave Thutmose once Euphoria was gone.
Father.
What? How do you even sleep at night after witnessing things like that?
I do my best. So our encounter with Samael was a coincidence? Yes and no. Thutmose will never give up an opportunity to unlock Al-Almar's secrets. I thought we might had to encounter them, but I never expected that we run into Samael.
That was Fatui too! Paimon wonders what wicked plots they and Samael are hatching together!
He'll stop at nothing to achieve his objectives. That's the kind of person Samael is. Then what's your goal on this trip, Jabriel? My goal? It's not Mora, is it? Honestly, I wouldn't be so surprised if he was here for the Mora. After all, someone like Tearzad who's foolish and rich, generous, is pretty hard to come by.
I'm not drunk, you know! I heard it all.
Perhaps it's as Jeht said. Coming to the desert is like returning home. And in the end, I'm a grain of sand. I was born here, and I shall be buried here as well. Euphoria and I were like a bird and a fish, but Al-Almar's secrets allowed our fates to intertwine. Now, you and I, people from different lands, are again here for those very same secrets. I didn't mention all of this to you because it was my own selfish dream. It had nothing to do with Jeht. I didn't want her to bear any burden she didn't have to. Tearzad, we hold different opinions on Al-Almar, but you were one of the researchers from the Hindi clan. As long as we reach the throne...
The throne?
Our destination tomorrow, Kajni Sud, is where Al-Almar's throne lies. According to the legends of the desert,
Only the chosen are worthy to kneel before the throne. The times have changed. If I had a chance to look upon the golden slumber that Al-Almar promised, I'll be able to fulfill the lifelong wish that Euphoria and I share. To that end, I will do as we agreed and protect you to the end.
Alright. Our side would be the weaker by far if it was just Aether and me.
Hey, how could you forget about Paimon?
I don't think you can be included in any estimation of our group's strength.
Paimon's definitely stronger than you, though.
Anyway, I have new worries now. Jabriel, don't you have revenge on your mind at all? I know you've repeatedly promised to protect me until the commission is over, but the loss of your wife isn't something you can just laugh off, is it? If we meet him again, no. I think we definitely will. Even I know that he'll be waiting in ambush for us at our final destination. At that time, what will your priority be? Will you take a step forward to get revenge, or step back to keep us safe?
Come on, Tearsa! Stop putting people on a spot like that!
It's a very realistic question, and it's linked to my survival, so of course I have to pursue an answer.
If taking revenge on Samael could bring Euphoria back to life, a good deal like that, even if I had to gut him 10 times, even 100 times, I wouldn't hesitate at all. But this is a meaningless delusion that even Al-Almar would pay no attention to. I can only pray she has found peace amidst the endless ocean of sand. A man chained by hatred cannot raise a daughter. That's why I left the sands behind me, so that Jeht could get away from all this. And those feelings I will not edify her.
Father, I didn't know anything. I even said that you did all this because you couldn't forget the desert and the hot winds here. If you hate it here, let's just leave right now. Forget Samael. To be honest, I want to know about the past. I want to know how you and Mother met with each other and fell in love. I want to know what you and Mother had been through, the sweet memories and everything else. But if bringing up those memories will bring you sorrow, then I'd rather not hear about them. Let's just leave them buried here. I'll stop liking the sand. I'll stop treating this place as home. We've been together since I can remember. Nothing in this world is more important to me than you. So as long as you're well, we can be at home anywhere. Wait, you can't leave. Our expedition isn't over yet.
We were so suspicious of them just a while ago.
Things change. I fully trust Jabriel now. He certainly isn't on Samael's side, at least. He isn't, right?
Don't worry. I won't quit halfway. Perhaps a day will come when I shall meet her again in the eternal oasis. When that day comes, spring water will replace salt water, joy will wash away the pain, roses will never wither, and the feasts will never end. But that day is still very, very far away. It will definitely not be now. She knows that I have a mission to complete. I will assist you in unlocking the secrets of Al-Almar and protect you until the end. Samael will not obstruct us, because I will clear him out of your way. As for Euphoria, if I have the chance, I'll tell you everything, Jeht. Time will gradually filter away the bitter impurities, though I'm not good with words. I may not be able to convey 1,000th of her beautiful qualities, but if you're willing to listen, then I will tell you everything I know.
My head's a mess. Father, can you sing that song again? Oh, stars high above the wasteland? It's always calmed me.
It's a song that Euphoria deciphered from Al-Almar's text. Oh, stars high above the wasteland. Oh, nightingales, weary from the day. It's time to take off the crown of roses. Cleanse yourself with Wine made from grapes. I'll take the night watch. Don't stay up too late.
We're finally here. But is the alcohol still clouding my mind? Or has the sand distorted my vision? Is this really the place we're looking for? I can see Kajnisuit, but it feels like I also don't. Actually, I've been meaning to ask, you clearly can't hold your alcohol, so why are you so fond of drinking?
Beep. Beep.
I hoped it would prove my fountain of wisdom, but it makes my world spin instead. Ugh, you're right. I should really slow down a little. But I'll be fine. Nautical gave me some invigorating drinks before he left, so I'm clear-headed as can be.
It feels like we're missing a little something here.
Just a little might be an understatement. Kajnisuit is where it should be, but it seems to be refusing to show itself to us. Now what's that supposed to mean?
Shh. Look over there.
It's the Eremites! They got here before us! Huh? What should we do now? Avoid them?
No. Let's go have a little chat with them.
But we didn't get along the last time, and even if we fought each other, can we even talk to them now? Tirza, do you think we're gonna go over there to invite them for tea? We're going to communicate in our own way, of course. And if all else fails, we'll talk with our fists. That is what my father and I are best at.
Who are you? The researcher and that traitor? Good! Give us the stuff Samael mentioned.
Give you what? We don't owe you anything!
Acting dumb won't save you. Take this!
Well, look like negotiations have broken down!
How strange. It feels like they didn't go all out. What did they mean when they mentioned Samael's orders?
Is it about Benben? Benben did get taken away before!
Beep. Beep. Beep.
It is possible. Besides Tirza, we must protect Benben well too. They probably stayed for a while. Let's look around. There might still be some clues.
Gabriel! We found this! Though we're not sure if this is a useful clue.
When I was still with the Thutmose, we used to leave messages for each other in code just like this.
Oh! So, you can read it, Gabriel?
Samael should be aware that he can.
Huh? This is all a trap that Samael set for us? I knew your past would come back to bite us. Ugh. Come on, Benben. Why don't we just return to Sumeru City now? It'll be quite regrettable that my paper won't have its final 2 chapters, but I can always return again if I'm still alive.
Beep.
Next time, I should get help that has a clean background.
We can use this against them.
Huh? What do you mean?
We're the latecomers here. They've been here for quite some time and they've made some discoveries, of course. They just lack something crucial, so they can't advance. And we just happen to have what they need.
Benben!
Yes, and the stone slate. Instead of taking them from us, they have a better way to get what they want.
Oh, so they'd like to sit back and claim the fruits of our work.
Yes, they'd prefer if we'd solved everything for them.
Oh, I get it. They're the people in joint research projects that contribute nothing but take all the credit when it's time to present your findings.
But they won't be able to get what they want if we get stuck here too. So, we can use this against them. We can't avoid a fight once everything's been uncovered, but Jeht, Traveler, neither of you will run from a fight, right?
Of course. I decided to punch that guy in the face when we meet again. Their mites are nothing. Yeah, we fought worse.
Sorry to interrupt, but there must be a safer method, right?
Just think about it. The ruins have been here for years, so just a few months or even a few years won't change anything. We can come back later. Using their plan against them is a bad idea. All 4 of you do seem full of confidence, but that's because you're skilled fighters. But there's just too many of them. Paimon can fly away and hide if things go south, but what about me? For safety's sake, we should return to Sumeru City and drop a plan. No, even Aru Village would be fine.
Those Thutmose folks may believe in King Jeht, but that doesn't mean they won't touch the ruins. If he can't do it through ordinary means, Samael will use other means. If they solve King Jeht's puzzle before us, these ruins probably won't be the same when you return, Tirzad.
What? But they're all relics!
They may be precious relics to you researchers from the academia, but they clearly aren't to the Thutmose. It's all just a process, a phase. They only care about the final objective. Results are what matter to them. Tirzad, do you not get it? We have no other choice now.
It saddens me to think that I won't get to celebrate my success because I'll have to face the fangs of that venomous snake who'll leap out of the shadows.
He may be in the shadows, but we're prepared for him. I won't let him touch you. According to this coded letter, Al-Almar's throne only shows itself to the worthy of past 3 trials.
The 3 trials? Maybe that refers to the buildings all around us. You know, there's so many huge statues here. Paimon's worried that they'll just come to life.
Maybe the trial is to defeat them. I can only hope that you're wrong.
Yeah, we're obviously inside, but where's the throne?
Why would you think the throne would be facing the entrance? It isn't some receptionist desk. Actually, I feel like I shouldn't say such, disrespectful things in a place like this. Anyway, King Jeht's throne should be in a more dignified place, or in simpler terms, a place that's higher up. The mechanisms here probably stopped working a long time ago. We have to find a way to reactivate them.
Oh, Paimon can't wait to see what the throne looks like. Everything linked to King Jeht is huge, so that throne is definitely very huge, right? Paimon wants to take a seat on it.
Beep. Beep.
Something seems to be the matter with Ben. It seems like it wants to go down?
Huh? But Tirzad said the throne is definitely higher up.
To go up, we must first go down. You cannot reach a peak without falling to your lowest. Just like in life.
Yes, exactly. Looks like you learned quite a bit these past few days you spent with me, huh?
This chair is huge. Paimon feels like just sitting on it is gonna make Paimon super great.
I want to sit on it too! I may disapprove of a tyrant like King Jeht, but your thoughts might be a little too audacious even so, Paimon. Anyway, nothing happened. Is something lacking, or perhaps we made a mistake somewhere? Jabril did mention that only the chosen may kneel before the throne. Maybe we have to kneel before the throne? But I'm a researcher of the academia. I can't kneel before a tyrant's throne, and it's an empty throne too.
Don't worry, it won't be empty when Paimon sits there.
You're seriously? Ugh. Jeht, please help me with Paimon. Jeht? Wait, where did Jeht go? She was still with us just a moment ago, right? Samael. Jabril! Are you still refusing to admit that you are Thutmose deep down? Self-deceiving makes no difference for people like us. You know it. Al-Almar's throne is right before us. Aren't you obsessed with it too? No mere grain of sand can reject the golden slumber. Al-Almar's promise is the paradise that all of us dream of. Did you think betraying the Thutmose would be enough to delay your nature? I knew you'd be back. Little Jeht, do you see it now? Once he laid eyes on Al-Almar's throne, your dear father forgot everything. Even you! That was my mistake! It had nothing to do with him! You're just as stubborn as your father. But your talkativeness. I guess you must have gotten that from Mufaria, huh? Samael,
We solved everything for you and brought you to the throne. Your dream should be fulfilled. Jeht is useless to you, so why keep her?
I see. So you're finally showing your true colors, huh, Gabriel? Use their plans against them. You're just one of them. Just like I expected.
So this is your choice. Looks like your companions never really trusted you at all. Tearzod, your expedition should be over now. We explored the entire Kajni suit and you have all the knowledge needed for your paper. We should start considering how to get back safely now. I promise to protect you until the end, and I'll keep my word.
Tis, such greed!
Gabriel, I thought I knew you, but I really don't understand what you're doing right now. You're trying to shoulder every burden. Your daughter's safety, that researcher's commission, and even Al-Almar's secrets. I thought you learned your lesson about greed when Ufaria died. Oh, sorry. Or should I say I taught you that lesson when Ufaria died? Oh, perhaps you've learned your lesson and you're prepared to pay the price now. Let's see which amongst them will be the price you pay.
This weirdo keeps saying weird stuff. Paimon's getting confused. Haven't we uncovered everything? And what are all of our secrets anyway?
And the golden slumber.
Aren't those just desert superstitions? Things like that are too vague. There's no research value to them. They say anyone who gains King Deshret's wisdom is permitted to enter the Golden Slumber and enjoy eternal peace and happiness there. Besides, ignorant children, who would take that seriously?
You third-rate researcher. Oh, if Ufaria were alive, she would have written multiple books by now. Someone like you have no right to talk about Al-Almar's legacy. Enough. If you wish to sit on Al-Almar's throne, then do as you please. I won't stop you, and I won't let Tearzod do that either. I opened the path to Al-Almar's throne for you, and I used Tearzod and Traveler to make Kajni's suit manifest itself. I don't think I owe Tearzod anything. He wanted a paper that could shock the academic world, and now he has the material that no one else has. I've helped him accomplish his objective. Now give Jeht to me, and we'll be even. I'm really curious why you're always so evasive when Al-Almar's secrets are mentioned. It's an empty throne. Anyone can sit on it. An unqualified and mediocre person won't become great just by sitting on it. That prayer is the key. But of course you know that. Well, it all makes sense if you're planning to return alone. Unfortunately, unless you're willing to pay with little Jet's life. Nothing is more important than family.
Yeah, Paimon may not know what the secrets of Al-Almar he keeps mentioning are, but it doesn't matter if it's a truth or it's superstition like Tearzod says. Both strength and endless wealth are nothing before family.
What kind of prayer has that much appeal? I refuse to believe it. But I don't mind listening in. It wouldn't hurt to include it as an anecdote in my paper. If something like that can be exchanged for Jet's safety, then stop hesitating and tell him. To be honest, I expected that we might have to fight for our lives to get home, so isn't it great that we can resolve this peacefully? I never expected to see such intense superstition. I guess my knowledge is still lacking. Perhaps this superstition linked to King Deshret as it is may be worth studying after all. Oh, stars, high above the wasteland. Gabriel recites the song he sang softly at night in the oasis.
Huh?
But isn't this...
Father? Gabriel, why? Get ready. Oh, stars high above the wasteland, huh? I see. Samael repeats the prayer. What is this?
Traveler, look, he's so strange. He fell asleep. No, wait, he isn't breathing.
He got what he wanted. He's inside the golden slumber that Al-Almar promised. The eternal dreamland. So that's what you meant by the eternal dreamland. What happened to Samael? None of you will leave this place alive! Traveler, get ready for battle. Father, what's going on? That prayer. Gabriel, you mentioned that Jet's mother deciphered it from Al-Almar's text. I didn't expect it to be used here. But is Al-Almar's golden slumber a way to send his believers into eternal sleep?
That makes it even more terrifying than I ever imagined. I really should get back and update the collective knowledge of the academic world.
Thank goodness Paimon didn't sit on that throne. Guess sitting on a seat that doesn't belong to you really doesn't end well, huh?
I have so many questions. Faria made this inference about Al-Almar's promise. Those who offer the correct prayer to Al-Almar will be granted entry into the Golden Slumber. But it's a one-way trip. No one can move freely between the eternal dreamland and reality. It seems like Ufaria was right. Samael is gone forever. I must admit that it was a very risky gamble. But all that matters is Jeht is safe.
That's right. Everyone's safe, and that's the most important thing. Let me summarize the overall situation now. Jeht's back safely, and Samael's subordinates have been defeated.
Samael, he got his wish, didn't he? If he was such a villain, I'd even feel like thanking him.
Anyway, since he's in paradise he dreamed of, I don't need his permission to use him as a case study in my paper, right?
All's well that ends well, huh?
I, Tearzad, hereby announce that this archaeological expedition has been completed successfully and has yielded great results.
Is it really over?
It doesn't feel real. Actually, it isn't over. I mean, the minimum requirement in the commission was to escort me safely back to our village, right?
That's true. Tearzad's commission isn't over, so I can't slack off just yet. Father and I will be free once we escort Tearzad back to safety. Then we can go wherever we want.
Oh, I'm not talking about the desert, by the way. I mean literally anywhere.
It's fine, Jeht. I'm willing to accompany you wherever you want to go. As for Ufaria, I'll tell you about her if you're willing to listen. There's her research notes too, but I don't know if you'll be interested in those. I was worried about losing them, so I didn't bring them along. I left them in some luggage with Bonifaz once we return to Aru village and get our luggage.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Does anyone feel like something's wrong?
Something's coming this way!
What's going on? How could this be?
Beep, beep. Is it Samael? No. If he gained Al-Almar's wisdom, then even if it's just for an instant, he would have gained Al-Almar's authority. We must leave, immediately!
The door shut! Traveler! What do we do?
We must defeat Samael, who's stolen Al-Almar's power, but his physical form in this world must have been destroyed already.
So that makes him formless. Then how do we defeat him? Don't tell me he's invincible in the Eternal Dreamland.
Unless someone goes to where he is. Unless someone stops and defeats him in the Eternal Dreamland. I must protect you.
Father, but how are you gonna come back? Didn't you say that no one can move freely between the Eternal Dreamland and reality?
There's no time to lose. I promise to keep you safe until the end. I can't let you all die here.
There's no time to lose. I promise to keep you safe until the end. I can't let you all die here.
What is this place?
Gabriel!
You're here. I knew it. We are the twin blades of Thutmose, our lives dedicated to uncovering the secrets of the Golden Slumber. You took the long way around, but it doesn't matter anymore. We met again here, at the end of that path. You were just lost before, but the sands of the Thutmose always return before Al-Almar's throne. Like the dehydrated thirst for a spring. Only the illusion of the eternal oasis can relieve our agony. I'm inside the golden slumber promised by Al-Almar. Oh, you're not us yet. It's fine. Soon they'll know you. You will become part of us. Meaningless talk will be unnecessary then. No, I'm here to stop you. My mission is to protect. I must protect Jeht and the others.
Why care about such trivial matters? Great power is right before you. It's like a torrent in the desert. Don't you feel it? You should obey. Al-Almar's will is our will. The Thutmose' dreams are our dreams.
No, Ufaria taught me that I'm not some part of you. I'm an independent person. I have my own dreams. I won't go back.
Gabriel, why don't you understand? Love is just a fever. I eliminated the infection for you, as the heat made you lose your mind.
You're the only one who lost their mind, Samael. Not me. The golden slumber that Al-Almar promised us isn't like this. It's not a sad place with only we and no I.
I'm not sad. I know what I want. My dream is to be one with the Thutmose. Yet you, the warmth of another. I despise such feelings. It makes you weak. Your betrayal was like a blade in my chest. I obtained Al-Almar's wisdom, and that wound I thought would never heal is nothing but a memory now. You realize it too, haven't you? That drowsiness. Al-Almar is summoning you to the dream. Stop arguing meaninglessly with me. Come, fall into deep sleep. When you awaken again, no, when we awaken again, nothing will be left standing in our way. The Thutmose's dreams will be fulfilled.
No. You're my enemy. My dream is...
We are the dunes, and you are a grain of sand. We are one. You know this.
No, I'm the treacherous grit. I abandoned the Thutmose and chose a different path.
You took the long way around, but you reached the correct destination. Admit it, this is the dream hidden within your heart. I wanted to return to this place. Yes, you did. There's no hatred here, only eternal peace. No bitter salt water, only an endless spring. Sleep, Gabriel. Sleep. Father! His body disappeared. He's not coming back. Jeht.
This can't be! I refuse to believe it. He always keeps his promises. He promised to tell me about my mother. All of you heard him. He wouldn't lie to me. He never lies to me.
I refuse to yield. Jeht is right. I'm a man of my word. I promise to protect them until the end.
I see. Your ties to the mundane inhibit you, just like that infection. I just have to eliminate them.
The door's open? It must be Gabriel. It's still shaking, Jeht. It's dangerous here. We can't stay, or else this sacrifice would be nothing. Leave if you want. Father will be back. He'll be so sad he couldn't find me when he wakes up. I won't leave him.
How foolish. But these trivial troubles will vanish with the wind soon.
I won't let you win. I finally get it. Samael, you're right. There will be no me, only us. But you're not the only one who can decide our will.
You can't be serious.
Samael, the twin blades of Thutmose are equal. So, die here with me!
Jeht, forgive me. You'll have to go on alone from now on. No. I'm sure you won't forgive me. After all, it's my first time breaking a promise to you. I hear the voices of many here. I think I hear Faria too. She's humming the song of her home. If only you could hear it too. Why couldn't I have told you a little more about her? Her soft curly hair, and that innocent smile of hers. I have so many things I want to share with you, but I'm no longer able to distinguish if they're my memories or our memories. Sorry.
The door's closed again. Thank goodness we made it out in time.
Gabriel protected us, but he Father!
Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep.
It must have been Gabriel who opened the door for us. Without him, we would have been...
He fulfilled his promise.
This place might not be completely safe. Let's meet up with Nautikal's group and head back to Aru Village.
Refusing to give up, Jeht examined the entrance to Kajni's suit time after time, only to find the door tightly shut. Behind it was a dead silence. Things had happened and were beyond redemption. Jeht, now having but to accept reality, put away Gabriel's axe carefully. It is the only thing he has left behind. We finally managed to persuade her to come back with us to the camp. We then informed the merchants of what happened and returned to Aru Village. To think something like that happened, Animal Archon bless us all. I'm really sorry about what happened to Gabriel, but at least all of you returned safely. I think we may have to reconsider our career as traveling merchants. The desert is 100 times more dangerous than I expected. Even someone as capable as Gabriel. And nobody like me doesn't have that many lives. Ugh. This may be bad timing, but I have to ask about what all of you plan to do now. I believe Tirzad will be returning to Sumeru City? Me? Yes, I will. I should head back and start writing my paper. I must record everything that I witnessed. But not for academic glory or anything. Gabriel did as he promised he would, yet I've always been avoiding my responsibilities. Now it's my turn. I too must shoulder my responsibilities. And as for this stone slate? I prepared a replica for reference. As for the original, I hope you'll keep it safe for me. I'm not trying to run from any danger. It's a commission, you hear? A commission! Just think about it. I'll be completely occupied with my papers soon, but an adventurer like you will never stop adventuring, right? And if you make new discoveries during this time, when we make the perfect team, the thesis material shall be mine and the more are yours. That's perfect. We'll be making the best use of all our resources.
And Jeht, what do you plan to do now? Do you have any friends you can rely on or something?
Father, he was so busy he never had the time for anything. He didn't leave anything behind, just that axe he always used. Father said he hoped he could meet her again in the Eternal Oasis. He said that day was still very, very far away. Liar! He lied to me and to my mother. He should keep his own promise. Now I have to fulfill it for him and take his axe and mother's research notes, which he kept in his luggage, to the Eternal Oasis. I hope they'll find true peace there.
Beep?
Is there anything we can do to help?
Thank you, but it's alright. While I was taking a quick look through my mother's research notes, I noticed what seemed like casual diary entries on the edges of the pages. I found out that my father is from this tribe called Tanit, so I plan to look for them. Perhaps they can tell me about my father. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let's give her a moment to herself. Yeah. Anyway, Nautical and I will be staying here for a while. We'll think long and hard about our future.
We should be staying in Sumeru for some time too. Paimon just has this feeling that there are so many more secrets to uncover.
Come to us if you need anything. We'll do our best to help you. And good luck in your adventures.